right. That game was at least interesting. That was an exciting one. I don't care. No, I do care. Jets lose 32-26. I was excited. You know what? I thought the Jets looked good today. This is Aaron Rodgers' best game that we've seen from him. 339 yards and a touchdown, damn near 70% completion percentage. If we got that version of Aaron Rodgers every single week, we'd be looking pretty good. Which now maybe we're going to have people like second guessing the whole, should we get off of Aaron Rodgers? Should we run it back next year with new staff? It's going to be an interesting dilemma that I'm sure we'll be arguing about it over the course of the next week or so. But the Jets drop a heartbreaker if you're in team let's get as many wins category as much as possible. I understand that. If you want to lose, this is obviously a game that you're pretty happy about. Tankathon rankings currently have the Jets picking in the 7th spot right now. We are tied with Tennessee from a strength of schedule perspective, both at .516. So it could be the 6th pick, could be the 7th pick, depends how these final few weeks play out. The Jaguars did win, so they are no longer the top pick in the draft. It's going to be the Raiders and the Giants leading the way. If the Jets had won this game, Jets would have fallen back to maybe 10th pick. It kind of depends on what happens to Chicago and Cincinnati and how that all plays out. But overall, Jets lose a close game, an exciting game to watch. Jets didn't have Sauce, didn't have Brees, lots of players missing. Obviously, Morgan Moses went out. Dolphins were missing were missing Armstead as well on their side. So both teams not at full strength, but overall, just an exciting game to watch. I got Ulbrich and Rodgers press conferences coming up. I've got Ulbrich right now, so let's jump over to him while we talk about I want to hear what Coach has to say. I'll come back, give you some more thoughts on the game overall, where this could potentially be headed in these next few weeks. But overall, just a nice way to spend a Sunday. All right, so that was Jeff Ulbrich. I'll have Aaron Rodgers' presser pulled up when that comes about as well. Let's go over the game here. Jets lose 32-26 in a performance that was what we wished Aaron Rodgers would have the entirety of this year. If we got performances like that from Aaron, we don't lose games. We wouldn't have lost games. Although we lost this game, I guess. So if the defense had been up to snuff, it sucks because we have the perfect team between this year and last year if you kind of meld both seasons together. Our special teams was studly last year. Our defense was studly last year. This year, both of those being anemic. Got a little help from a missed extra point from the Dolphins as well, which ultimately allowed us to get into that overtime period. But like Ulbrich said, at the end there, they should have stayed in bounds. They should have ran clock on that last drive. Davante Adams being pushed out of bounds saved a ton of time for the Dolphins to come back. That kick not going out of the back of the end zone cost us dearly. They got it to the 45-yard line. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump into field goal range at that point. So very, very frustrating way to see the Jets lose. It's like a sitcom week after week. We find new ways to lose. Like if you told me the Jets were going to take the Dolphins to overtime with Rodgers having like damn near 350 yards, I'd be like, the Jets are a juggernaut. We're a crazy good team. We're going to wind up winning this game. No sacks, no nothing. The Dolphins do a great job of getting the ball out very quickly and neutralizing our pass rush. You just got to be efficient. You got to be efficient. Aaron Rodgers finishes the day 27 of 39, 339 yards, and a touchdown. That's about 70% completion percentage. Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis combined for 21 carries for 83 yards and a touchdown. It works out to be about 4 yards a carry. Garrett Wilson leads the way in terms of yardage. 7 receptions, 114 yards. Davante Adams goes over 100 as well. 9 receptions, 109, and a touchdown. Very nice game from the wide receiver duo. We got a little Allen Lazard, 18-yard reception in there as well. And Braylon Allen had 4 receptions for 38 yards out of the backfield. This team looked about as good as it's looked all season outside of that Patriot game. That Patriot game was really, really good from an offensive production standpoint. But this team was solid. Jermaine Sherwood had 18 tackles today. Eccles had 10 tackles. Not terrible. Not a terrible game. As far as time of possession goes, it was pretty much split up until the end there. Dolphins finished with 38, almost 39 minutes of possession. Jets had 31 minutes. Obviously, the scoring drive in overtime was kind of the deciding factor in terms of time of possession. It would have been 31 minutes to 29 minutes if it were not for that. You have penalties. Jets had 9 penalties for 83 yards. Dolphins had 8 penalties for 49 yards. So penalties again plague us. Jets gave up 3 sacks on the day. We were 4 for 4 on fourth downs and 4 for 12 on third downs. Jets held the Dolphins to 1 of 9 on third down. So the Jets defense did play well, except for the last 2 series or so. Just couldn't hold it together.